Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Okay, now we are going to have some fun with fact or fiction when it comes to sexual myths. Our next guest is a sex coach, and you know her, Christine D'Angelo, and she's going to ask me a question, and we'll see how I do. Okay, Christine, welcome back.
Thanks.
I'm already nervous.
Are you ready for this?
No, but go for it. Fire
I feel
away.
like I've been on enough times for you to.
You would think, but somehow you always seem to get me. So I don't know. We'll see about these questions. Fact or fiction?
Yep. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Women aren't interested in sex anymore once they reach menopause.
Oh no, that's got to be a myth. I can't. That's fiction.
You're right.
Okay, good.
Good job.
That's good news.
Good job. But unfortunately, it's a myth that is perpetuated in our society because we don't talk about menopause. And it's one of those subjects that it's like, well, if we talked about it more, women would know more resources to utilize and know what to expect.
Is it because of the symptoms of menopause that people think women are no longer interested in sex, like dryness and things like that?
Dryness, our hormonal changes, and oftentimes if you don't address those issues, it can become painful, and therefore you don't feel like having sex.
Right.
So a lot of resources are out there for women to really pay attention and educate themselves and prevent a lot of those unwanted what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Symptoms, sorry. No, I just blanked on that.
No, I got you though. But no,
Yeah.
I get why that would be something that people perpetuate, but it's not true. It's not that there's a lack of interest. It's just there's some other issues involved that may cause, discomfort.
Exactly.
That we can alleviate.
Exactly.
So there we go. Okay, so far so good.
Good job.
Okay,
All right.
what's next?
Children are 2 clicks away from seeing adult content on the internet.
Shoot, is it 2 clicks? Because I'm almost ready to say it's 1 click away. But so I'm going to call that fiction.
It's true.
It is true. So
It
only
is
2.
true.
I
Yeah.
feel like, man, 1 false move, 1 false word, and you're on your way.
Yeah. So the average age of when a child is exposed to adult content online is 7. I'm sorry,
What?
Is not 7. It's 11.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, girl, I was having heart palpitations.
So if you have a child between the ages of 9 and 12, the chances are good that they have been exposed to some kind of adult content.
Even when you have parental controls and all those sorts of...
Your child isn't around you all the time, and it's really easy to gain access to a phone or a laptop, and especially if they're at a friend's house or a friend's phone, or you can't control, unfortunately, what they're always exposed to. So that's why it's important to have several talks about what is adult content online, what might you stumble across, and really educating them on their own bodies and sexuality so that they are prepared in case they come across something and they aren't all of a sudden really freaked out, scared, and now they have some fear around sex.
Right, and unhealthy images.
Yeah,
That you can't help. So what age do you suggest that we start talking to our kids about sex?
I think as early as 2, talking to them about their bodies and start educating them using the real language, the real words around their body parts, and really normalizing pleasure.
Okay, that sounds good. I think that's doable. It's just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, 1 for 1. Okay. What's next?
When it comes to your sexual health, if you don't use it, you lose it.
No, that's fiction.
It's true.
What?
It is true.
Come on, you can't lose what's natural.
Our bodies require a certain amount of sexual energy to be motivated constantly in our bodies. So if, let's say you're in a sexless marriage and you're also not doing anything for yourself, right?
Right.
Then you are allowing your sexual energy to lie dormant. And what happens when it lies dormant is it starts to get very comfortable there. And when you actually, let's say, 10 years later, you're like, oh, wait, but I want to be sexual. It's really hard to get that motivation back up in your body. So if you don't use it, you lose it.
Okay.
And that also pertains to our pelvic floor and how that relates to sexual health. So if you keep that sexual motivation and energy going in your body, then you're allowing that oxygen and blood to go to parts of your body where it stays toned and happy and healthy.
That is good to know. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I have to learn some things. All right, well, we're going to have all of this information and more about Christine for you on our website at katu.com. Don't go away. Coming up next, we're keeping neighborhood gardens growing and your chance to qualify for a trip to see Live with Kelly and Ryan in New York City. That's after the break, so don't go away.